Hello, it is your girl Eternal Femme, and I'm here with a reading for the sign of Aquarius, summarizing Venus, North Node, or any of the heavy placements in your chart. Please be sure to like the video if it resonates, comment down below if you felt the vibe, and subscribe. If the reading doesn't resonate today, maybe next time. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Important messages for Aquarius, Holy Spirit. Important messages for Aquarius. Important messages for Aquarius. Alright, let's see. First card will fall on the ground. That's doing too much. You got the Ace of Coins. You got the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Coins. You got the Hermit in reverse. Bottom of the deck, you got the Six of Pentacles or Six of Coins. I feel like somebody took an opportunity that they're stuck in. Somebody has a habit of not really listening to their intuition or not really learning from their mistakes. This person may come to you for some sort of advice or some sort of help or assistance, because I do feel like somebody is stuck in a bind once again, it looks like here. Queen of Cups here in reverse. What is this about, Holy Spirit? The Fool, Justice, and we have the King of Cups here in reverse. We have the Magician here, okay? So this could definitely be you guys or somebody else you're dealing with, but I definitely feel like this could even be a situation where here that somebody needs to focus on their health, take better care of their health. Maybe somebody has eating habits or habits that are getting the best of them. Somebody here could have put on a lot of weight, and somebody needs to pay more attention to what they are eating, their health, because I feel like it's very important. I feel like somebody here with the Ace of Coins is starting something new, has an opportunity to fix the situation, but maybe somebody here is very much stuck in their head about something very hurtful that was said to them or done to them, or this is what somebody could have said to you. Somebody could have called you overweight, or somebody could have said something about your looks, your weight, something about your natural beauty. I definitely feel like that somebody here is still reliving these thoughts, reliving these memories, and it could even be contributing to the reason why somebody here has either let themselves go, hasn't really been dressing up, getting out, eating healthy, and this could be the reason why somebody here definitely needs to, take in consideration that, they are the only one responsible for their health. And I feel like somebody here really needs to learn from whatever behaviors that they have, or this could even be somebody needing to be very self-aware of what they are doing here. I feel like with the Queen of Cups here and the Fool, Justice, and the Two of Cups, I feel like you could have called justice on a situation here with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you guys, this could have even been a situation where you may have not been completely emotionally mature or ready to invest in a relationship with somebody, but maybe you jumped into it because you felt like it was justice, because you and this person, were kind of like so much of alike, or you guys shared a lot of the same interests. But I feel like this could have definitely been some sort of trauma bond situation, because both of you individuals could have been like emotionally unavailable, even though you guys felt like y'all were, getting close. I feel like the things that you could have had in common was that both of you guys were still holding on to some sort of emotional baggage from the past. And this could have been the reason why you guys were easily able to connect with each other. But I do feel like with this magician energy, it does make me feel like you are trying to, really manifest like a new beginning for yourself, or really create a new atmosphere for yourself. I do feel like you want change, Aquarius, and I see that you want to embrace these things, but I do feel like it's very important that you become very self-aware of how you are doing things, because this could be a situation where, like, yeah, you have this new opportunity. Yeah, you have this beautiful blessing that's coming in your life, but yet you may be unaware of a lot of patterns that are like keeping you in suffering that you really need to bring awareness to. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with your everyday routine, taking better care of your health. You could be having low energy because of the foods, things that you are doing, not getting enough rest, things like that. And it could be really affecting your weight, your body, your emotions, okay? What is the Ace of Coins and the Queen of Cups here? Yeah, the Empress. Okay. So I'm definitely getting there's a lot of time for growth for you, Aquarius. I see a lot of growth for you. I do see a lot of growth. I feel like maybe in the past here with this Ace of Coins and this Queen of Cups in reverse, maybe in the past you were just so much focused on your stability, kind of like your wants, things you really wanted in your life. But I feel like maybe now you guys are more in this creative energy where you're like, I am the creator. I don't really have to focus so much on like the material things, and really just know that I am everything that I want and I choose to be. I'm very much in control of where things go in my life, and I am the creator. I can be anything that I put my mind to, because I feel like this energy is very imaginative. Like, I feel like your imagination could be very big. It's like maybe you are feeling like unstoppable, like you can accomplish anything you put your mind to, or this is the energy that your spirit guides are wanting you to be in. Because maybe with the Queen of Cups here in reverse, maybe at one point in your life you weren't feeling like you were good enough, or you could have felt like your life was just simple. Some of you guys, if you're parents, you could have felt like, well, all I do is go to work, come home, take care of my kids. I don't really have anything going on for myself. You felt like you were maybe in more of a dull moment than like a moment like to live for, to die for. I just feel like with this Empress energy, this could be a situation where you guys could now, or your spirit guides are telling you now to like embrace your creative side, embrace the side of you where you're kind of like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, create what I want to create, because I have this vision in my mind, and until I can achieve that goal, or at least something close to it, I am not gonna stop. I'm not gonna get lost in my sorrows and the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and I'm not going to get lost in my habits, okay, my addictions. I'm going to really take control at this point and really like change my life. I feel like you guys are in this moment where you're like, I need to change my life, okay? What is the Ten of Swords and the Fool? Yeah, we have the Three of Cups here in reverse, okay? Yeah. So I do feel like your guys also want you to know, like, be around the people who really support you. Be around the people who are really there for you. It's very important that you don't stay around people, or with this Fool, I feel like you need to quit giving people second chances, Aquarius, especially people who have already proved to you that, like, I feel like it's like this: prove me once, shame on you. Prove me twice, I can't put the blame on you. So I feel like a lot of the times, because you may have a big heart, but I feel like with this Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like, yeah, you may have a big heart, but I feel like there's boundaries to things. And if you're like not emotionally mature, like anybody can hurt you, anybody can walk over you, anybody can use you. And I feel like a part of loving yourself is setting appropriate boundaries. And I feel like, there should be limitations to certain situations. And I feel like if you just keep giving people second chances, then yeah, you're going to be around a bunch of people who truly, genuinely don't really even like you, or like the person that you are becoming, or they're going to hinder your growth simply because even though you're going to be looking for people to kind of like give you some sort of congratulations, these people will never give you that. Why? Because they already snaked you the first time, but you gave them a second chance. You let them sit at your table, and it's just letting them, like, your glow up, your success is going to be a problem for them. And so you may deal with a bunch of people who like to kind of like trigger you or make you feel like some sort of way, or make you suffer, or outcast you, or make you feel small, make you feel like you don't belong. And you're wondering why, because you're giving people who have wronged you before too many second chances. They should have, once they fucked up the first time, that should have been the only lifetime. Okay? It's understandable if you're the type of person who likes to give second chances. But baby, by the third chance, I mean, what else do you need to know? Quit expecting people who have betrayed you to support you. They don't support you. They never have. There's no reason for you to still even keep giving them chances. There's people out there who deserve your trust. There's people out there who deserve, the kind, the love, the caring that you are willing to give. But the people who have already ruined their chances with you, there's no reason for you to feel like, oh, I gotta give them 100 chances because they're my family, because they're my friend, because I love them at one point in my life. But there's people out here who will get it right the first time. There's people out here who will value you the first time. There's people out here who will show you respect, love, and support the first time. You're not gonna have to beg for it. They're gonna give it to you. Why? Because that's just the right thing to do. No one owes you anything, but at the same time, you don't deserve to be treated like crap. Nobody deserves that. So if somebody treated you that way in the past, then you can forgive, but baby, don't forget. Let go and walk away. What's the Queen of Coins in Justice? 5 of Cups in reverse in the Strength card. Come out of disappointments, because when you are stuck in these disappointments of feeling like, oh my gosh, I gained so much weight, or oh my gosh, I haven't really been on my thing, or oh my gosh, I haven't really been the best parent, oh my gosh, I haven't really been the best wife, the best partner, I need to fix this. Just come out of sadness. Just come out of the sorrows. Just come out of disappointments. There's no reason for you to be disappointed because you fell into temptation. There's no reason for you to feel bad about yourself because you were caught in a very weak moment, or you were caught in a very vulnerable moment, or you were caught in a moment where you weren't on your best game. This can even be a situation where, like, you haven't cleaned your house in a while, or you let things get out of control, and now you're like, dang, why did I let this get out of control? Just clean your house, baby. Just clean your house. Oh, why did I let my weight get out of control? Just now is the perfect time to get it under control now. It's the perfect time now. Oh my gosh, I've wasted so much time. I haven't spent that much time with my children. Just make time for them. Make time. We cannot do anything about the past. All we can do is change what we can, and that's our future. You have all the time in the world to change your future. You don't have all the time in the world to worry about what you've done wrong. You don't. You can understand and value how you feel about things, because how things affect you are important. Don't get me wrong. But to stay in those emotions for too long, like I said, if you feed a situation for too long, it grows. It's like jealousy. When you feel yourself getting jealous about a situation, you correct it immediately so that it does not grow. If you start feeling jealous of somebody else's life, you say, hold on, that's their moment, that's their time, my time will come. And you kill that jealousy before it even grows into envy. But you are allowed to feel because it's normal, it's human. That's what we do. We have emotions. But to sit there and let negative thoughts grow is when they control your life. Understand, you're going to have moments where you are at the best that you could ever be, and you're going to have some low moments. But when you are going through those low moments, do not allow your fear, your anxiety, your guilt, negative thoughts cause you to stay in a situation instead of acting on it. Stop pondering on it, act on it. Change your behavior. Change your situation. Just change it. It's better. People always try to say like, it's easier said than done, but it's really not though. It's really not, because I had an addiction. I used to smoke. I had an addiction. I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for 7 years. Since I was, how old was I? I was 14 when I started smoking. I stopped smoking when I was let me see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so 6 years. I smoked for 6 years. I stopped smoking when I was 20 years old. A habit is a habit, but what was crazy is that what stopped me from smoking was I had got pregnant. I got pregnant when I was 20 years old. I had my first child, and I literally went cold turkey. There wasn't no, I'm going to try to figure it out. There wasn't no winging me off. I just quote cold turkey. Done. And it's crazy because I had realized how powerful the mind is. Because I had set an intention that I'm going to stop smoking because I'm pregnant. I have a child. I want a healthy child. I quit. Cold turkey. Still to this day, I don't know how. And it's crazy because still to this day, I have temptations. Doesn't mean that the war is over. But what I will say is that if you set your mind on something, you're going to just do it. If you lack discipline, of course, you're going to make excuses. Oh, it's not that easy. Yeah, it really is. Now, we're not talking about a situation where like every day does get, it's going to be hard before it gets better. It's like a trade. When you start off, it's hard. You don't know what you're doing. But after so much practice, so much consistency, so much discipline, so much focus, boom, you're going to eventually become advanced at whatever skill that you put your mind to. But I feel like people get so caught up in the beginning that they realize like, oh, wait a minute, this is, they see the mountain and they're like, oh my gosh, this mountain is huge. But I feel like once you start climbing, it's like you forget about it. You forget about how tall the mountain, you just keep going. But if you focus on, oh my gosh, it's so far away. It's crazy because I would literally walk up a mountain, like I would literally walk up a hill and be tired, right? Because I'm too busy focused on how steep the hill is. But if I had some headphones in, I didn't even notice I walked 2 miles by now. Like, didn't even notice. Why? Because my mind was not focused on the hill. It was focused on the music and I was jamming. I was doing my thing. I wasn't zoned in. I wasn't focused on the hard part. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. But you got to stop making excuses. Just do it. You got to stop feeling sorry for yourself, or you got to stop beating yourself up. What's the Hermit and the King of Cups? The Star card. Some of y'all tried to heal somebody here who is caught in their ways. Let God heal them. I feel like you tried your best to enlighten somebody. You tried your best to heal or bring love and light into a situation with somebody. But they need to learn from their own mistakes, because also with that Hermit in reverse, this could be somebody who is much older, but they're so stuck in their ways. What about this Star? Yeah, the Magician. It's like, excuse me. This could be a situation here where like, you have so much power to give. You have everything that you need. You're going through some sort of spiritual transformation. And I feel like maybe you want everybody to kind of, see the importance of spirituality or spiritual transformation, or, going through some sort of spiritual awakening, that you just want to help and guide and lead a bunch of people and show them that they have so much power. I feel like you went all out to try to show somebody their strength. But, they have to take that journey themselves. Yeah, the World. What's this right here? And the Hangman. Like I said, they got to take that journey themselves. It looks like here that something spiritual you have accomplished. And some of y'all, this could be past tense, or this could be something like a present energy that you're moving out of. And you're coming into this energy of the World. And we have this Hangman energy. You guys have went through some sort of spiritual awakening. And I feel like with the World, you guys have accomplished something here. You're going through some sort of spiritual awakening. You're realizing something. You're learning from your mistakes. You are triumphing something from your past. You're letting go of old habits, removing yourself from toxic situations, becoming self-aware of certain patterns in your life that have held you back. And I feel like a lot of you guys could have went on this journey with somebody here who, you know, maybe they got so caught up in, you know, their old way of thinking or old way of doing things that maybe you couldn't save them, or maybe you could have. Maybe this person is going through some sort of spiritual awakening, but they got to go at their own pace. You know, what we don't want to do is try to rush people. We like to get in these relationships and we think that our partner is going to grow at the same pace as us. We would like to think that, but everybody is dealing with different devils, okay? So you just never truly know what it is that somebody here could be going through. Or even if you do know, it's like whenever they feel like they're ready to open that door, that's fine. You can open the door for them, but I mean, at the end of the day, they have to choose to walk through it. Because I feel like you've already done that. You've already walked through this process. You've already lived in this moment. So you're very sure of where you want to be. You're very sure of this process. You're very confident in what this is. Because you've succeeded. It has brought so much change in your life, so you know it works. But for whoever this is, they're not sure. They're not there yet, or maybe they're kind of like walking through the door and they're getting their feel, but you got to let them enjoy their journey, whatever the case is. And sometimes, unfortunately, it causes a breakup. It causes a separation because they have to learn what you've already learned. Sometimes people can stick it out through those hard times and, you know, really figure out what it is that they can be there and support their partner and, you know, through this journey, through these hard times. But sometimes people have to break up to make up, to really know, like, okay, this is really where I want to be. This is really what I really want. And sometimes they don't never get it together. And sometimes even when they do, y'all still go y'all separate ways. Why? Because y'all just grew apart. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's get a trauma behind this. Let's get a trauma card, Holy Spirit. Can we get a trauma card, Holy Spirit? Let's see some traumas that you have released here. What are some traumas that Aquarius released on their journey? What are some traumas that Aquarius has released on this journey? This may be a trigger warning, okay? Terrorism. Some of y'all have went through a lot of things in your life where you could have went through war. Okay? You could be in like a third world country, or you could have been through something in your life where you've experienced a lot of terrorism. This could even be a situation where you could have been terrorized a lot in your life, where you could have been in a position where it was a lot of war. It wasn't really peaceful. Y'all could have been raised in the hood. Could have been a lot of gun violence, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Maybe you had major trust issues because you never really knew when war was coming or when it was going to be a shooting or a killing. Some of y'all could have been raised around a lot of violence in the city, in the country, whatever the case is. Whatever continent you come from. And a part of your trauma that you are releasing here on this spiritual journey is this feeling of feeling terrorized, never really knowing what is going to happen next. This fear of like the unknown of when danger is going to strike or whatever the case is, or really being afraid to kind of like walk out in the public because you're afraid of something happening or hitting you in the crossfire. So some of y'all could be getting over a lot of PTSD from things that you saw maybe as a child or in school, in college, or in your environment. Can we get another trauma card that Aquarius is releasing? Negative self-talk, bro. I knew this was going to come out. You guys are releasing the trauma that you've created as far as this negative self-talk. Always, you know, allowing the negative thoughts to get the best of you and then soaking in it. And then it's manifesting in your life because you're concentrating on it so much that you're not really allowing yourself to be in gratitude. You're not really loving yourself at every phase of your life. You know, if you go through a breakup and it hurts you, it changes you. Instead of embracing that change, you go through all of these negative thoughts and emotions of like, what could I have done? What did I do? Oh, it was because of this. Instead of just embracing, yes, this situation hurt me. Yes, the situation has changed me. But what can I do from here on out to use the situation as a tool to better myself for my future or for me? You know, instead of changing and instead of focusing on the what happened, the what ifs, the whys, instead of saying, what can I do with this information? How can I apply this to my future? What can I do to see like the patterns, or like just, you know, focusing on change. And I feel like a lot of you guys have released some sort of trauma when it comes to negative self-talk. Okay? It says people pleaser. So some of you guys are releasing this trauma of people pleasing. Feeling like you got a point to prove to people. Feeling like you got to be something that you're not, just to get people to like you, just to get people to love you, just to fit in. You know, maybe you were always the type of person who always tell people yes, even though you maybe didn't have it, even though you didn't have the time. You may have prioritized other people's opinions, other people's livelihoods over your own. Even though you had your own plans, you prioritize other people's plans over your own. And this could be, you know, a time in your life where you are finally getting over your people pleasing phase that you were in your life. You're like, wow, I'm so glad that that is behind me. I'm no longer taking people's crap. I'm no longer saying yes to things that I really don't want to subscribe to. I'm moving on with my life. I'm doing what's best for me, and I'm choosing to put me first. And I feel like that's really working for y'all. I love that. I love it. It says weight issues. I knew that was going to come out. Weight issues. There we go. You guys are walking past some sort of trauma here when it comes to those weight issues. So this is you guys definitely deciding to tackle some sort of weight issue that you may have had in your life, where your weight could have fluctuated a lot just because you may be somebody who could be an emotional eater, or it could just be a situation where you've always had these issues where you may have had some sort of food addiction, or you could, like I said, just ate just because, whatever the case is. But I do see a lot of you guys moving past this trauma as well, because you guys are realizing like, okay, this has gotten away with my life a lot. This has affected my self-esteem, but it's not in a way of like, oh, I need to people please. I need to be this person that everybody wants me to be. It's like, you know what? No, I'm tired of my shit. I need to get my stuff together. I need to change the way that I do things, because I don't like the way that this makes me feel. So I'm going to take better control, and I'm going to make sure that I am the best version of myself for me. And I feel like that's why a lot of you guys could be moving past this weight issue trauma, where it's like, okay, this is no longer making me feel stagnant, low, you know, insecure. I am now embracing my size, and I'm going to work to the size that I want to get. And if I am perfectly fine in my own skin, I don't give a shit who feels any way about how big I am, how small I am. This is me. Take it or leave it, or fuck off. Let's get one more. Depression. Wow. So we have depression here. So a lot of you guys are also moving out of this phase of your life where you could have let your depression get the best of you. You know, you get so deep in your emotions, you get so deep in your thoughts where, you know, it really keeps you down, and it keeps you away from really like going after your things. So this could have been also where like you will have like so many ideas in your mind that you want to do, and then boom, this depression hits, and it's like all of those ideas just kind of like sit there waiting at the table for you to approach them, for you to accomplish them, because you are going through some sort of depression or feelings in your, you know, in your mind or your emotions that cause you to feel like, you know, I don't want to get up today. No, I don't want to get dressed today. No, I don't want to clean today. No, I don't feel like eating healthy. No, I just kind of just want to just stay right here because this is my comfort, and I don't want to deal with today. I don't want to deal with my problems. I don't want to deal with people, and really just get in that moment of isolating. So I feel like a lot of you guys are really just moving past really dark times in your life that you got so accustomed to being. It's like this used to be who you were. You made it your life. And I feel like now you guys are taking so much control, because you're like, I'm not going to let my emotions, negative thoughts, my weight issues, people's opinions of me affect my livelihood. I'm not going to let my environment basically label me. I'm not going to allow it to kind of just make me who I am, even though I may have been raised around a lot of, I may have been raised from the hood. I may have been raised in situations where I've seen a lot of crime, a lot of abuse, a lot of crazy stuff in my environment. I'm not going to let that define me. You know, that doesn't make me who I am. So I feel like a lot of you guys are just realizing like these things don't make you. You are the creator of your life, and I feel like you're just taking your power back. And it's crazy because I feel like you're taking your power back from almost like your shadow. For a lot of times, you guys may have lived in your shadow for a very long time. And I feel like you're like really like You're like, no, I'm no longer being hidden anymore. I'm no longer hiding the real me. I'm no longer being afraid of being authentic. I'm gonna be me, unauthentically. I mean, authentically. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't care, and I'm freaking here for it. I freaking love it. Let's get some self-care messages, and we gonna roll out. I love it. This is dope. Like, it just shows like growth. I love it. I really do, y'all. This is what the journey is all about. It's just this is beautiful. Can we get some self-care messages for Aquarius, Holy Spirit? All right. Self-care messages for Aquarius. It says fasting. Yeah, so for some of you guys, you definitely could be doing some fasting here. A lot of the things, a good way of fasting could be like the 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8 hours. That's a really good one. Or you guys could do like the calorie counting, where you eat a certain amount of calories a day, whatever you like. But fasting could be anything. It could be fasting from social media. It could be fasting from food. It could be fasting from going out. It could be fasting from eating out. It could just be fasting from a lot of things. But I feel like fasting really works for you. Or this could be a really good way to really take care of yourself by just really like taking moments to kind of be in your own energy without being distracted. We have take breaks, yes. Okay, so I've been loving this energy because I feel like in the past few readings for the past few months, I've been getting that where your guides are like, it's okay to take breaks, Aquarius. You don't have to feel like you have to slave or overwork yourself just because you're trying to keep up with other people or other people's standards, or maybe people are looking at you and they're calling you lazy. If you want to sleep on the couch or sit on the couch all day because you work 24/7 and somebody is trying to talk about you or make you feel like you're being lazy, take a down break, take a bath, do what you want to do. If you're tired, you have every right to take a break. You're not a robot. You can get some rest. Who cares what people think? Yeah, support animals. So some of you guys could have animals. You may have some sort of support animals, or you may even want to invest in a support animal, or you could just go out and be in nature and be around animals. I feel like a lot of you guys could just, really be supported, because I love hearing the birds in the morning. I like when the windows are open and you hear the birds chirping. So that could be another thing that really helps you, okay? Being around animals, being around nature. It says, look, progress is better than no progress. This is one of my favorite ones here, because I feel like this is your part of your self-care, Aquarius, is to accept the fact that at least you are making progress. You're not going to be 120 pounds by tomorrow, or you're not going to be 160, however much you want to be. It's like you're not going to be that overnight, but at least you did day one. Like, you got day one out the freaking buck. Whatever it is that you're doing at that project that you're starting, at least you started it. It's slowly growing, but at least it's growing, It's like, be proud of every part of your progress. Like, just live in the moment and just embrace the changes that you are making, and just be proud of yourself for making them. Okay, let's get a couple more. Share your testimony and connect with others. Yes, meet new people. Get out there. Share your testimony. I feel like, tell people like how far you've come. Some of y'all, this could be like a support group, or really get like involved in those support groups, like maybe online, where a lot of you guys are on the same journey, where you're like, bro, I've came so far in my life, and you have other people out there who like want to hear that, like, bro, it's okay. Even if you have people around you who don't want to hear it, like I said, those fake supporters, there's other people out there who would definitely benefit from your testimony, from you telling people like, bro, I've came a long way. Because like, people probably would be shocked if they even heard like, oh wow, Aquarius, you used to do that. That's crazy. Like, I would have never in a million years have thought that, but you'd be like, bro, because you'll get through it. Like, I just feel like there's other people who can definitely benefit from your story. So don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to support people. And I feel like, you know, don't be afraid to meet new people and mingle with people who totally get you, who really would benefit from, you know, having somebody like you in their life. And give new people a chance. You know, don't be walking around life with this closed off heart just because of what you've been through. Allow yourself to be walking around with open arms. You know, of course, anybody can kind of try to smooth maneuver in it, but that's the whole point of the journey, is learning from your mistakes and not allowing yourself to rush into things without getting to know people, but just allowing yourself to give people the benefit of the doubt. So that's what I have for you. Like the video if it resonate. Comment down below if you felt that vibe. Subscribe. Peace.